the red corner. We'll just wait for a few people to join, see if anybody jumps in up live. Be only a quick video anyway. Just seeing what we think about things at Oakwell so far as we're coming up to Christmas period. Hey up, looks like somebody's joined. Oh yeah, yeah, just a quick video. Again, it's a live one. It'll go up as a normal video anyway at the channel. So I just thought I'd do it live, why not? It's just my thoughts on what's happened so far at Oakwell. And yeah, there we go. Oh, they've gone again. Before I start as well, thank you to Barnsley Sport and Oakwell Sandwich, my main sponsors. And also as well, Christmas period, there's a pantomime on at Montgomery all at Wath. They're sponsoring the channel, running an advert in their programme for the play that they're doing of it festive season. I think it's Dick Whittington. If it ain't, I do apologise, but that's at Montgomery Hall, Tin Pot Theatre. So thanks to them running the advert as well. So yeah, sod it, let's get into it then. So as we come up to Christmas period, things at Oakwell, what's gone right, what's gone wrong. First of all, I think if you look at league table, it's, I'm going to say more or less where we expected. I'll be honest, I was looking for higher. I honestly was. This time at season, I thought would be at least at top 3, and whether people wants to disagree with that, then that's fine. But after losing playoff final at Wembley, again, me and Maddie said whoever loses that should be favourites to go part to League One, and obviously it was us when it all lost it. But I think we should be higher, and this is probably where things has gone wrong, and what is winding people up a little bit at club, in terms of supporters. I think it's recruitment, if I'm honest. Soon as we lost that final at Wembley last season, that's when everything just, well, it looked like, it's, put it into a metaphor, it looked like you'd just completed a jigsaw and you just threw it all over the floor, pick it pieces back up, and that's, I think that's what's happened. Obviously starting with Gaffer, Michael Duffy went, then we saw likes Anderson leaving, and it just all went from there. Loan players went back, and yeah, I mean, all credit and all due respect at players that we've fetched in, but I don't think we've replaced them like for like. I mean, it's unfortunate that Roberts has got injured, but you look now at our second choice, and he's not good, is he? He's not, well, I don't think so. I don't rate him. I don't rate Killip at all. I think you can see why he was brought in as an understudy for keeper. I might be wrong, but I think he's only been put on a short-term contract when we first got him anyway, which is good. Whether we do go up or we stay in League One next season, it needs addressing. Our first choice keeper, for me, can't be on loan, because like there's talks now that Middlesbrough's going to recall Roberts back. I've just got this very worrying concern that we're just going to go through the mate, do what we've got attitude again. Keep Killipin, possibly. I mean, that Cooper's come back from his loan spell. Is he just going to be sat up bench? Got that Flavel as well, but these are really young lads. Whether they're ready for first team or not, it's a lot to ask. I mean, I personally don't think they are. I've seen quite a few under 23 games. Me and Maddie normally goes when I can, when I'm not working. I've said before, I think that Cooper's a decent keeper, to be honest, but is just not quite ready. I think we'll probably just make do and pop him onto the bench, and if he gets called upon, like I say, it's a big ass spot lad. So recruitment, I think, is one of the big things that's gone wrong at the minute. But then again, people will be saying, look at league table. But last couple of performances for me, because I have been defending Collins, last couple of performances for me has been very, very concerning with some players. And I'll get onto that in a bit. But now we've replaced Anderson with Lapata, we've fetched Shepherd in, DeGivney, all unknowns, gambles, and just hoping that at least one of them pays off. I think individually they've done better than I thought, but McCart, we've got McCart, but again, he's not our player. To me, it's not like for like. I think it's like degrading. I honestly do, and I think it's going to start again, not next season, but I think it's going to start next month. Once window opens up, transfer window. Strikers, I thought getting Waters permanent, I thought that was going to be a brilliant signing, but Waters has not hit ground running, shall we say. He's not pulled up any trees. I think McAtee's been one of probably best signings I think we've done. Cole is doing all right. He's obviously leading goal scorer. But it's going back onto these players, what I'm concerned about, and this way Cole comes into it. There's some players who I think the head is somewhere else. I think they're waiting for January. I might be wrong. I might be overreacting. I might be being too harsh on these players. But Cole, Williams, Styles, and to a certain extent, Herbie Kane, I think they're waiting for January. Whether they know that they're going to be going or they know that offers is going to come in for him, I don't know. But especially Styles, I think is just using us just to keep fit. You see him playing middle at Park. I know he's never been a rough and tumble, shall we say, midfielder. But to me, he seems to pull out a lot of tackles, and I think he's just keeping him 7 feet to make sure a move is a lot easier for him come January. And yeah, I think, again, I might be a bit hard to order saying this, but I think he's using us in a way. And this is not helping Collins as well, but surely they can see it as well. Williams, not a captain, is not captain material. We're playing him in centre-back position with other two. He's not a centre-back. He's not a centre-back at all. And I think it's him that's making other players look average as well. And again, I think he's waiting for January. I honestly do. For a captain, for me, it should be, well, acting as one for starters, and he's not. And I I can't remember last what I would consider a captain's display from Williams. So there's him as well. Herbie Kane, I won't be surprised if he goes or we get offers for him. I won't be surprised at all. If all these do go, and Devante Cole, there's been rumours about Championship clubs like ready and waiting to offer money to Barnsley for Devante Cole, and let's be honest about it, if we get a deal, they'll take it. And I think Cole drops into that. I think his head is somewhere else. Again, you can't knock him, with goals that he's scored so far, but last couple of displays, his goals has dried up. But just seeing you in, I know what you think. I might be being too harsh, but that's my thought on it so far. This director of football, yeah, I do think we've needed one, but to me, I'm not getting overexcited about it. It depends who we get. We could get, I don't know, Mr. Blobby as a football director of football. It's who you get. Are they going to get right man in? Somebody who knows English game? I've got a feeling that we probably won't. I'd like to see somebody like Warnock coming in. I've said before, why not Adam Hamill? Somebody who is connected with club, knows game, been there and done it, and knows what makes a good footballer. But I don't think we will. I think we'll probably go overseas and we'll see somebody coming from, I don't know, Hamburger FC from America or something. I don't know. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that one. FA Cup fiasco, not help matters one bit. Me and Maddie is going to go to that open forum. I have got a question that I want to ask about that. In fact, I'll say it now because it's only a small channel this, and I doubt if anybody from club's watching it, because I don't want them to be ready with an answer that they've thought on beforehand. But I want to know, is club going to refund the fans that travelled down to Horsham, and also the travel as well, because it turned out that it was just a pointless game. So fans need refunding, and before it even got to the stage where we did play that illegible player, which we all know it was Marsh, when we drew 3-3 at home against Horsham, I mean, we're not talking like a lucky 1-1 draw, we're talking 3-3 here against part-time players. Did club even think about asking players, or even telling them to say, look, your wages is going to dip because some of your wages is going to go to fund supporters who's going to replay to pay for travel? Did they even think about doing that? Because that's what should have happened after that display. It was just embarrassment. All due respect to Horsham, but drawing 3-3 at home, and it was a very, very strong side that we put out. Let's not forget that, against them. And well, I think in end we did well to keep hold it to 3-3. Players should have been penalised for that, and should have, out of the wages, should have put free travel on anyway for replay. So that's what I'm going to ask. Whether Alt will come on it, I don't know. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, but that's what I want to know. How'd it go? So it's not for my benefit. I couldn't get time off work for starters, so I couldn't go. I watched it on TV, and yeah, it was just a pointless game in end. So that's something else I want to know what's happening. We've got these charges coming up. No's really been said about that. When's that going to hit us? Is that going to be next season now, or are they going to wait till end of season, see where we're at in league, and if we are at playoffs, are they going to take it off us then so we drop out? We don't know. Again, no's really been said about EFL charges. And it's communication with club. That's what it boils down to. Communication. It's getting back to basics. Appointment of Collins. I'll be honest, I've never heard of him before when we first announced him. I know it's totally different from where he came, Collins, but I think it's always a good sign when the club that the manager's leaving don't want that manager to leave, and that's what was happening in Tampa Bay around his club. So to me that was a good sign, but I know it was still going to be a gamble, although Collins does know English game, and obviously so does John Stead. I mean, I can remember John Stead playing. He used to be a decent striker, but the appointment was just so left field. It was again another gamble where there were other options available. Now, is that due to us going that way, or is it being forced going that way because other managers who are out to work that want to work within our transfer budget or guidelines? Because I'm sorry, but I don't agree with all this budget malarkey, because when we sell players, sometimes it makes you wonder where money gets invested. When we sell a top player, they always say it goes back into the team, but we're. Am I missing something a lot like? But we're. But yeah, they are my main issues. I think overall, I don't think it's been a bit average up to now. I honestly do. Style of football. I mean, don't get me. I'd take 1-0 every week if we just oofed it upfield. As long as we get out of this division, that's the main thing. And you know, we are in and about playoffs. I do get that, but style of football's been shocking. So yeah, I think overall, I don't think it's been average so far. And you can tell it's just like another season where everything's like based on gambles, which is fine, but every single thing seems to be a gamble at the minute. I mean, we got Dallas. We sent him more or less straight out on a season-long loan. Ollie Shaw, we've hardly seen him. He's gone back out again. Seka, I think he's still on his books, isn't he? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Things like this, it's frustrating. But yeah, you know, where we are at league, you can't argue about it, I suppose. I don't know where we were this time last season. We can't have been too far off it, but I think the last couple of performances to me has been very, very concerning. I honestly do. And this director of football is going to be a good idea if we get the right person in. But again, is it going to be just another roll at dice from somebody we've never heard on, who don't know English game, and we just hope that they take to it straight away? Frustrating, I think, is the word up to now. for me for season. Frustrating. Me and Maddie went to Derby game away. That were awful, absolutely awful. We can't seem to do it against teams that's above us, and I think that probably says, quite a lot. But about might be being a bit too harsh, but season's not over. But it's going to be a very, very big month for club for me in January. If and when players do go, it's how we replace them, and there will be some that's going. But like I say, it's how you replace them, and it's going to tell us a lot. It really is. But there we go. Like I said, I might be too harsh, but let me know what you think in comments. But yeah, thank you for joining. Like I said, thank you for my main sponsor, Barnsley Sport, Oatwell Sandwich and Tin Pot Theatre, for popping that advert in the programme while they're doing that pantomime of it festive period. But yeah, thank you for joining. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you agree, disagree. It's always good to hear different sides, different opinions. Might be something I've missed. There probably is, but there we go. So yeah, please remember to subscribe as well. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.